Folks, this is Dr. Brian King. I'm here in San Francisco, California, one of my favorite cities. It is a city of crazy people. That's right. And I don't want to mean that. I don't say that in a bad way. I mean that to move to San Francisco, to live in San Francisco, you got to be a little off from the rest of the world. It attracts people that don't quite fit in the rest of the country, and it's a great city. I love it. I spent a lot of time here. I used to live here, and when I first moved here, one of my first experiences moving to San Francisco was witnessing a guy marching around the city holding a really weird protest sign. Gibberish on the sign. Couldn't understand any of it. It's weird. You're talking about the only words you can understand were 12 galaxies, Bill Clinton, and some other references he made there. Anyways, I started seeing him all over the place. I would see him at every event. See him outside my office door every day. I began to associate him with the city of San Francisco. And in my mind, I think of him as sort of a mascot, an unofficial mascot of this place. He's just as nutty as anyone in this city, probably even more so, or maybe more sane, depending on your point of view. Anyways, I befriended him. We became friends over the years, and I've interviewed him a few times, but I realized, I don't have any good video footage of him saying his piece, and he's getting a little old, health might be deteriorating a little bit, and I figured it's about time I let him capture his story in this forum. So today's On the Road interview, or it's not really much of an interview, but today's On the Road with Dr. Brian focuses on my friend, Mr. Frank Chu.
Hi, this is Frank Chu. I was identified as a movie star, and it was about the populations of other galaxies. Hope you can be on the road with Dr. King.
I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Booze, women, and food. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. I'm an asshole, I'm rude. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Booze, women, and food. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. I'm an asshole, I'm rude.
You're watching On the Road with Brian King.
Dr. Brian King, what's up? You're on the road with Dr. Brian King.
I'm Dan Fisk. You're watching On the Road with Dr. Brian King.
I say, you're on the road with Dr. Brian King.
Hey, I'm Truby Trollope, and you're on the road with Dr. Brian King.
Hi, this is Nikki Tina, and you're watching On the Road with Dr. Brian.
My name is Frank Chu, and I was published by the San Francisco Chronicle, also filmed by CBS Evening News, and I met Tom Brokaw from NBC Nightly News. I was able to get filmed by those stations about different populations of other galaxies, about the 12 galaxies of populations that were guilty with Bill Clinton involved with very serious burglaries and murder cases and embezzling my money as a movie star. So Bill Clinton's friends, they were ruling on 12 galaxies with Bush and Cheney, involved with serious war crimes in the Middle East, and involved with the CIA's second salaries behind closed doors in Washington, and embezzling my money as a movie star. And they were richer and more intelligent societies, lighter complexion, taller and stronger athletes, and helmets and uniform with rocket societies, flying saucers and space vacations, and more modern and taller high-rise buildings, and probably with more eye colors and more hair colors too. I've been protesting probably about 10 or 15 years, and I'm writing the campaigns for about 20 years. Well, about 25 years ago, the extrasensory perception started talking to me, like reading my mind. It was like the invisible cell phone. It could talk to me through my mind and read my mind, and tell me that I was a movie star, and telling me about populations of other galaxies. And then I could picture Gorbachev and Cherenko and the Soviet presidents talking to me on my side, helping me out, and identifying Bill Clinton or Bush and Cheney with the 12 galaxies of populations that are guilty of the impeachments. And the UN presidents and the friends were also identified, talking to me and helping me with the campaigns. Well, I was identified as a movie star, and the movies probably went across 110 galaxies of populations. and it was probably also filmed with the CIA's telepathic inventions. The cameras could disappear in thin air and film me with surveillance like hidden cameras with Universal Studios in Hollywood. I never saw the movie, but the CIA and the 12 Galaxies, they were lying with the mass murder cases and keeping it a secret from me and stealing my money as a movie star. The movies are probably across 110 galaxies and probably across worldwide or nationwide with Universal Studios or Paramount Pictures, and with Hollywood also. The movies was about the live performances of myself, of my campaigns of the populations of the 12 galaxies, and probably also it was of me as the kid star when I was young too.
Yeah.
I was buying a sign about once a week, and I have about probably 100 or 200 different signs at home. You just change the sign about each day and about different trillions of galaxies of populations and different former governors that were also guilty too. I'll keep them, and sometimes a friend of mine could help me sell it at the art show and maybe sell it to himself. And also he put a show for me in Russia and China, so he got an art gallery show for me and gave him about 10 or 20 signs, sold him some signs. So he helped me get published by the Italian magazine, the Nero magazine. So he helped me get the art show and give me some of the profits. He gave me some profits for about last year, and probably next year he'll have some more profits for me too.
I'm a big fan, right? I've been a fan of yours for a long time. I kind of think of you as somewhat of of like the mascot of San Francisco. You know what I mean? Like you're like sort of the unofficial face of this city, this wacky, crazy city that we live in. And you know, every day I would walk down the street and I would see you, and every event I would see you and stuff. You're just kind of always there. You're a mascot. What's it like to be that kind of celebrity, man?
A lot of people recognize me when I protest around Market of Montgomery Street, and I could tell them that I was filmed by Channel 7 and Channel 5, and tell them I was identified as a movie star, and tell them about the populations of other galaxies, so they could help me out and support me too. I'll go to the United Nations maybe in 2 or 3 years or after that, and try to get it proven to the United Nations and try to seek damages maybe beyond $3 billion.
I want you to get justice, Frank. Whatever that might be, I want you to make sure justice is served, because you're a good guy. You've been abused by some populations, right?
Yeah. Some
galaxies, and I do hope that you get what's coming to you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Folks, this has been On the Road with Dr. Brian. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Blues, women, and blues. I'm here.